Hey everyone, uh, it's been a while since my other post, but I wanted to touch base. I've been busy trying to get packed up and stuff to move to Rockford to start my exile from society. But I wanted to touch on some topics that I thought were important, like the state of America, more specifically the Americans. Like, usually when there's a crisis like 9/11 or hurricanes or earthquakes, I can think of many circumstances in my old age, which I'm 48 today. I just turned 48. Thanks for that. Uh, where America came together and, you know, put aside petty differences and just, took care of one another and helped out. People were volunteering all over the place to help, you know, look for, they went to, after 9/11, tons of people went to New York and volunteered to help to do things. In the hurricane, same thing. And, I can think of a couple of massive earthquakes that were out in California where it was horrible. And I was very young when this happened, but and people were out there to volunteer and help and everything. And it makes me sad that we look at this COVID situation, and instead of the United States banding together and helping each other on it, instead it becomes political for some reason. It never needed to be. It's not a political problem. It's now you got people who are being violent towards each other over wearing a mask, not wearing a mask, vaccine, not taking a vaccine, which by all means, you know what? I honestly support. If you don't want to get vaccinated, I do support you in that. I do feel that should be your choice. The same way I feel it's not my place to tell a woman what to do with her body. I don't think it's anyone's, right to tell me what to do with my body. But why the hell do we have to like have all these people going crazy because someone is wearing a mask or because they're not wearing a mask? Like, it's just not serious. That's a personal choice, so let it be. Respect their personal choices. On top of that, there is so much racism going on. What is the point of that? I mean, now, like, I don't know how many times I've gone out. I'm not someone who likes to go out. I have huge anxiety issues, and when I go out in public, it really bothers me. But what bothers me even more than my anxiety is when I see someone screaming at some Mexican or Spanish person, go back to your country, go back to where you came from. You're illegal, like seriously, seriously. And or oh, my personal favorite was when someone starts having a conniption fit because someone's speaking Spanish, and because they don't know Spanish, they automatically assume that they're talking about them or some crap. Like, no, you know what? The United States does not have an official language. Even though the majority of Americans speak English, it doesn't matter. We can speak whatever language. If the government wanted to, they could designate German as a national language if they ever decided to make a national language. But since they haven't, we can speak whatever languages we want. That's the whole point of this being a melting pot, is because we're cultures of all varieties. And for God's sake, leave the Muslims alone too. Like, I understand that because of some radical Muslims, some bad shit happened. But you know what? It doesn't matter at this point, Not that what they did doesn't matter, but I'm saying in the scheme of things, there are Muslims who are Americans that just are part of the country. They were born and raised here. Some people converted into being a Muslim, and others, were born that way. And you know what? It's the same. Muslims actually believe in the same God as Christians. They just don't believe in Jesus Christ. They believe in their prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. So I'm trying to respect everyone's faith here. I don't know everything, but what I do know, I'll try and do. So if I offend anyone, I'm sorry. You know what? Leave in the comments if I'm screwing something up. and not respecting the origin correctly. So let me know. But why when the corona hit did we not unify as a nation, as a people? What's changed between all these other horrible events that have happened in our history, even in the modern history, that we can't join together and kick the shit out of COVID? Instead, we want to have arguments over masks and or vaccines. And do I think it's right for the government to mandate vaccines? You know what? I don't know. Part of me says no, part of me says yes. I mean, we got vaccines for a lot of things that you're required to get as a child. So, honestly, with COVID and the way that it's been, the way, the amount of people that it's killed, and the way that it keeps on killing people because we got variants now, and soon enough there will be another variant that's even stronger. And these vaccines, which as rushed as they were, and they're not the best thing in the world, they at the very least help. If you do get COVID and you have the vaccine, you have a much easier time and you're much less likely to die. But I don't know. I still feel it should be a personal choice, but considering how much COVID has debilitated this country and stopped it from functioning at times, I mean, we had the quarantine where everyone had to, hide in their homes for a few months, or many months actually. Like, why not? Why can't we as a nation just get over the pettiness of the politics of it all? Because for whatever reason, you know, Donald Trump seemed to make this. He doesn't get all the blame, but he put the spotlight on making this a political thing, okay? And you know, he did a very bad job managing the pandemic. All right, he was the worst at it. And if you can't see that, then you're blind, and you are so lost in drinking Donald Trump's Kool-Aid that you can't think straight on your own. All you do is spout propaganda. Propaganda. I can't even talk today. Sorry. Papa propaganda. There we go. Got it right. And it's just it's annoying. No, I don't think Biden is great. All right, he's definitely screwed up a few things. And as I've said before, I think he's nothing more than a one-term president. All right, but that's what we have to deal with at the moment. And that even though I don't think Biden is that great, it's still better than what was going on with Trump. I mean, more and more stuff keeps coming out talking about how crazy he was and how he was trying to cling on to power like in any way possible, and he had plans. Cracker, you're ruining my shot, dude. It's my cat, Cracker. I mean, let's just forget Trump, forget Biden, because they don't matter at this point. They just don't. This comes down to your home and your family, and I support your right to not get vaccinated, but don't sit there and say that you're not doing it because of freedom. Well, like, come on, man. Just like the same way a mask is not taking anyways freedom. Getting the vaccine, which I can understand hesitation. It was rushed. It was made pretty much everything that was blocking it from being produced massively and being used was, so much of that was removed by Trump. And now all the people who worship him and go crazy over how he's going to save the country when he almost ran it into the fucking ground, you know, now you're refusing to take the vaccine that your golden god, created, and I don't get it. I just don't. If you're so sure that it's got nanites that are gonna track you, or it's a microchip or that kind of bullshit, which if they could, with needles that small for a vaccination, if they can make a microchip that's a microchip that small that go into a syringe that they can inject into you, well, then our electronical knowledge and everything has advanced insanely overnight just for this shot. I mean, give me a break. The thing would have to be at least, like 10 millimeters square. I mean, there's no way of making something that tiny. I mean, most things that you can inject into the skin nowadays that are electronic are the size of a Tylenol. All right, that's about as small as it gets. But whatever, you're all gonna believe what you want to believe, and definitely you're not gonna make or change your mind on anything that I say. But whatever. The other thing, I felt like covering was this Gabby Piteto case, because this is by far the most insane, crazy, missing persons case that now is a murder case. And, I send my love to her family and everything. This has got to be pure hell for them. And I don't know if Brian Laundrie is on the run or if he's dead somewhere, if he blew his brains out. What, I don't know. But I don't understand what the point of running is at this point. It's not like anything was a secret, and it's looking more and more that his parents are totally involved in helping him, cover up whatever he can, and I guarantee they lied about that he went to the park and everything. I'm sure he went somewhere else. But like I don't know if anyone noticed this, but on average, this is the first case in history of a missing person that it was getting updated every 18 minutes. There was some new development for like the first few days until they found her body, and then it's been getting updated every 28 minutes. That's just crazy. That amount of attention has never been done before with all the internet sleuths out there, the home detectives finding stuff, and all the different government agencies and state agencies working together, and it's just crazy. It would be nice if they would give this much attention to other missing person cases also. As much as I don't want to shout racism at anything, I sit there and wonder if you know a black girl or a Mexican girl or anything like that would get the same attention. And the answer is obviously is no, they wouldn't, because I remember reading about a young black girl that went missing just before the whole Gabby Petito case came to the news, and there's been like zero attention on that poor black girl, and I can't even find anything to say if she was found or if they're still looking. I can't find any information about it, and it's just really sad. I really thought for a while that this country has grown so much and that racism was dying down, but so much of the right wing has been embracing, racist groups and stuff. It's insane. And I can honestly say that I am so ashamed to live in this country right now with the amount of hate and anger that's going on over petty things. I mean, so many Americans are so petty. Ugh. I do hope they find Brian Laundrie. and I hope that he gets to answer for what's going on. I mean, he has a warrant out for his arrest now, but that's for using Gabby's debit card or something. And, you know, how he's not charged with murder yet, I don't know. The full autopsy report, as far as I know of, isn't out yet or made public. So, I don't know. It's just crazy. I want America to go back to, loving each other and caring and uniting to help fight, a common problem. But instead, we're wasting people's lives by all this petty fight BS and making it political, which is just stupid. It's just dumb. It serves no purpose whatsoever. But whatever. That's all for right now, though. I just felt like rambling and getting that off my chest, man. I hope you all are doing well. Much love, and I'm going to try and get another video out before I move, but it might have to wait till after I move. I don't know. It all depends. All right. Everyone take care, be safe, be healthy.